Follow me.
Follow you.
We're going to go get an awning rail to fit on your van. It fits on all of these vans. It fits on pretty much any van. It's one of these guys. It's a fresh extrusion. You want to know a fun fact about extrusions, Max? Imagine, you know when you were a grommet and you had a Play-Doh, you pushed the Play-Doh through the star shape?
Yeah.
Imagine that shape, pushing, and you melt like a ton of aluminium up here. Play-Doh train it through the tiny little shape. It's the longest factory in Europe, and it goes, and there's a chop, kilometre long. This is a new one. They're quite expensive to do the shape. Once you've got the shape, you're off. What we're going to do, this fits on our Volkswagen Transporter in the sexy little gutter. The clever thing about this one is it's got a long foot. See the long foot?
That's a long foot right there.
Do you know why it's long?
Tell me.
So we can put our roof bars over the top of it. So this is a roof bar compatible awning rail. The bolt rope is about 9.5, 10 mil. So your K-door, any awning goes on it. And the clever thing is our jaws are quite narrow, so it can take any awnings up to about 5.5 mil. So if you're 6 mil bolt rope, it ain't gonna fall out. You can either glue it or screw it down, but the cool thing about the Volkswagen Transporter is it's already got bolts on the roof, and we're just gonna stick it up there, figure out where the bolts are, mark them with my pen, get it down, drill it with the correct drill bit. You're gonna watch this and go, that's really easy, and I'm gonna do it myself. All you need is 2 tools, drill with 8 mil metal cutting drill bit, and an Allen key.
Do you know what size Allen key?
5 mil Allen key. It's a bit messy. This is quite exciting, actually. This can be in the film. It's really. We've been working with Tarox on this limited edition brake kit. So I don't think it's limited. I think they're going to be available to the mass market. But just look at it. Okay. So we've got our rail up here. This rail is perfect length for a short wheelbase, but it's absolutely fine for a long wheelbase. Your long wheelbase, pals, it's about that much longer. To not have the space out the back is absolutely fine because most awnings fit on this thing anyway, and that bit doesn't really matter. The key difference is a long wheelbase van has an extra bolt. Short wheelbase vans have got 4. What we're gonna do is, it's got this sexy looking little groove here. You're gonna align, you're gonna align the corner of your rail with the corner of the groove. You with me?
Yeah.
This guy here goes there.
Yeah.
If you want to be really fancy, you can move it forward a bit and cut a 45 there, but we're not doing that. This is easy use. This is bloody easy. This is 2 out of 10 on the difficulty scale. What we've done actually, we've helped you out a little bit. You've got 3 ribs on the extrusion. The middle rib has got a tiny little groove in it, which you might not be able to see, but that is really handy for putting your drill bit in to start your hole cutting. That's how we want to put our cross. This isn't an exact science. We recommend using an 8 mil drill bit because it gives you a tiny bit of wiggle room. So what you do is you have a look at it and you just do a little dot where you gotta drill it. And I'm telling you, don't panic. This isn't scary. It sounds not like an exact science, but it doesn't need to be. So I'm gonna go all the way down the van, little dot there, little dot here, and another one over here. Before you get down from the van, undo these little boys. These are called blanking bolts. They come in the top of your van directly from Volkswagen. They aren't very strong. When you're cracking them, just be sympathetic because they can have a habit of shearing. I'm sure you won't, but just be delicate. Right, you can drill your holes, put it back, stick these suckers straight back on with a bit of goo around there. Yeehaw, straight goes on. What we're gonna do is, this is where you've got to pull them out of your pocket mans.
Got you, man. You ready? Ready?
This is romantic, isn't it? That's quite touchy-feely. Oh my God.
Okay.
That's one of our upgraded blanking bolt kits. They are live on the website, they're for sale. This is a zinc plated steel bolt with a washer on it that's also stainless steel with a neoprene gasket underneath it. This is a holy grail bolt for what we're about to do. Cool thing about these ones that you've just taken off work fine. These things are fun because you can now attach things like roof bars and they're just better. At the mercy of sounding like an Essex car salesman, probably it wouldn't hurt going and getting a set of these. I forget how much they are. They're not going to break your budget bank. But what you do need to do is on this guy, the one good thing about these bolts is they come with these little neoprene washers, which I'm picking off this guy. Put him there. You got that?
Yeah.
So when we've drilled our hole, we'll have a little neoprene rubber sandwich. No water's getting in there. We don't have a workbench because everybody's stolen them. So we're going to use this one. Which will show. No, I think it's not very professional, but I think it's making it look like a DIY job in your, you know what I mean?
So we just drill through these holes?
We do drill through them. And then we try and get a close up here, Max. So, can you remember what I said earlier about the...
Yeah, finding the gap. Can you just... okay, yeah, you crack on, mate. Nice. How would you rate that hole?
it's not perfect, but it's absolutely fine for our purposes. This is the back side of the rail. Just be a bit careful that you might have a bit of swath. You can only go through a slightly bigger drill bit. This is a 10mm, and just take that off a little bit. No more swath. Or you can use file or a bit of sandpaper. So what I've done now is I've put the rubber washers on all the holes. Line it up. Layer flat. Make sure your rubber boy's in the right spot. Grab your whichever screw you prefer. And then get them to finger tight, not fully tight. And if you do that with all four, then you've got a tiny bit of wiggle room if you need it. These rails are bendy enough that they manipulate to the curve of your roof. The cool thing about that profile is it sits this side of the gutter that allows you to fit all sorts of paraphernalia on that side. So big, basically huge, big, massive gap for roof bar feet. That will allow every roof bar. The cool thing about that too is if you're about to have your pop top installed, your pop top hinges can go under there too, or on top of that.
And the roof bar bolts will go through the same hole as the...
Exactly that, yeah. You can sort of stack it up like a Big Mac with all of your exciting roof toys.
Sick.
I'm going to go down and do the rest of the floor. Raised Volkswagen T5 T6 rail. It comes undrilled, so you can drill it for your specific van, long or short wheelbase. You can use the original blanking bolts, or you can upgrade to our upgraded blanking bolt kit. It's your call. But yeah, that's sort of a one-stop shop for a holy grail awning rail in your van. That takes pretty much every single person's awnings. It's stealthy, it's low profile. You can't see it when you're down there. And at the mercy of us lot sticking our chest out, it's pretty friggin' good.
Nice.
And you don't need many skills to do it. Just get your bloody drill out and just do it.
Do it. Stop being a whelp.
You just get on with it.
Sick.